So let's talk about sales statistics. What do we know about professional personnel, people who are entrepreneurs, or people who have the responsibility of making sales? Well, we know that 48% never really follow up with the prospect. We know that 25% make a second contact and stop. We know that 12% only make 3 contacts and stop, and we know that 10% make more than 3 contacts. Here's the challenge in juxtaposition to sales success realities. 2% of sales is made on the first contact. 3% of sales is made on the second contact. 5% of sales is made on the third contact. 10% of sales is made on the fourth contact. And 80% of sales is made between the 7th and 12th contact. Do you see the kind of craziness of the stats when people are thinking about the sales process? So let's look a little bit more of the research data. What creates a lost consumer? Well, factually, 1% die, pass away. 3% move away. 5% usually follow a friend or associate's advice and change their service or their product. 9% change because they perceive a better value is available elsewhere. And 14 to 15% change because of a product or service dissatisfaction. That totals about 32%. Now, what about the rest of the consumers? Well, 68% leave a service provider because they didn't feel wanted or valued. So let's take a look at consumer decision data. Well, we know that about 15% of consumers make a decision based on the advertising, marketing materials that they see. We know that 50% make decisions based on existing relationships. We also know that 35% make decisions based on referrals. In translation, that's about 85% who make decisions without the influence of advertising. Now, please note, advertising and marketing are not the same thing. And as we learn week after week in my forum, we must effectively plan and then market to the 50 to 85% via our carefully constructed business marketing plan. Now, how would your business be impacted if just 20% of your existing relationships provided you referrals? Think about that, 20%. Think about the number of customers you have and that are retained, and how many you would need to give you 20% of your referrals. In order to consider the impact of the referral process on your business, you also need to understand a little bit about referral realities. When we do a little investigation, when we ask the right questions, when we do a bit of research to professionals who are responsible for making sales, we discover that professionals kind of hate referrals. They hate it for a myriad of reasons, and you need to be understanding of what those things are so that you can kind of think about those things in your process of connecting with other people. First, most professionals don't like to be in the beggar position for business. That's how it feels to them to have to ask someone to give them to a referral, when giving a referral should be a standard part of your business development process. They also don't like the idea of imposing on friends and associates to make introductions. Okay? It creates an indebtedness that not everyone is comfortable with in the American society. It might be different if you're abroad, but here that's the way we feel. They don't like trying to memorize silly referral scripts for other people. They also get worried about the embarrassment of getting rejected in the referral process, of making a suggestion to someone, because people often have their mind made up. They also worry about the fact that they're giving referrals, but they're not getting any referrals, or at least they're not experiencing the receipt of referrals. People aren't calling to say, hey, so-and-so said I should call you. And when they do, a lot of times, it's not a legitimate call. So it's a fine line between reality and fiction. Now, they also don't like the fact that they have no control over the referral process, meaning they don't like receiving referrals that lead to bad customers, or a lot of wasted time with people who just want to kick tires and gather information and they never make a purchasing decision. So let's summarize in brief what we've learned so far. The data proves that people feel more comfortable when a product or service is recommended by a colleague. Referred customers are typically less price sensitive, and a prospect that has been recommended the quality of your service can be sold at a full price because they've already been pre-sold on your trustworthiness and credibility. A quality referral marketing system can quickly multiply, often connecting you to high-quality customers whom are easy to serve and yield business profit. Appreciative consumers come back for more business. The greater number of authentic touches you have with a client, the more likely your business will stay top of mind. If you're looking for a way to repeat referrals, then you've come to the right place. I'm Blake Ensign with Blaze Communications, and I help entrepreneurs and business owners to create customer appreciation systems that make sure that they stay top of mind for their clients. If you'd like some more details, here's what I'd like you to do. Put in your name and your email address right here to the right, and I will zip out to you a book that I've written called Reaping Repeat Referrals. And it will give you some great information about how to do effective networking. At the same time, it'll allow me to kind of touch back with you and find out how I can best help you with what you're doing. You're also more than welcome to give me a telephone call directly at 317-708-4627. I look forward to fielding your questions.